Hello friends, you can log on to primeaptacademy.com to access complete free video courses. So this is the 25th question of the SASMO exam held in year 2019 for grade 10 students. So question says, in the following cryptarhythm, all the different letters stands for different digits. Different letter for different digits. So this is cool plus math equal to SASMO. Okay, we know that SASMO maths is actually very cool. So cool plus math is SASMO. It is given that m is equal to 4. M is given to be 4. You have to find the value of s plus a plus s plus m plus o. Now if you look at it over here, this s is carried forward here. So two 4-digit numbers is giving me a 5-digit numbers, adding them. So s clearly has to be equal to 1. So s is equal to 1. You can't add two 4-digit number and get a 5-digit number such that the initial digit is 2 or 3. It is not possible, because even if you add, let's say, the biggest 4-digit number 9999 plus 9999, it has to have 1 over here. Okay, it has to start with 1 from this side. Okay, so over here s is 1, we know. M is given to be 4 to us. So s is 1, this is 1, m is 4. So we need to find a and o. Now if you look at it, in this case, we know this is 1, this is also 1. M is 4. So over here, we write 4 here, this is 1 and this is 1. So O plus T over here, there is a possibility, first possibility we'll assume that there is no carry here. One of the possibility, let us say assume that there is no carry. So if there is no carry, then O plus T should be equal to 4. Okay? Because O plus T is M, which is 4, and if there is no carry, then this is the case. Now what are the possibilities? Possibilities are O and T can be 1 and 3 in any order, but that cannot be true because S is 1 and different letter stands for different digits. So none of them can be 1. So O and T, 1 and 3 is ruled out. The other possibility is O and T both are equal to 2. That is also not possible, because then O and T will be same, but different letters should be for different digits. So that means O plus T is equal to 4 is ruled out completely. Now we'll assume the case when O plus T is equal to 3, let us say. So now if O plus T is 3, that means a 1 carry is happening here. Okay, a 1 carry is happening. O plus T is 3 and this 1 carry will make it 4. So O plus T is 3 plus 1 is 4, which is M we get. So now if O plus T is 3, what are the possibilities? One of the possibilities, O and T is either 1 and 2. So one of them is 1, other one is 2. This is ruled out. Why? Because none of them can be 1, because S has already equal to 1. So this is ruled out. The other possibility is that O and T can be 0 and 3. O and T can be 0 and 3. So we'll check for this situation. So if O and T is 0 and 3, let's say O is 0, T is 3 for now. So if O is 0, here and T is 3. Okay, so 0 plus 3 and 1. So this over here is also 0. Okay. Now further, this is 0 also. Okay, this O over here is also 0. Now over here, if you look at it, this is 4. This is 1. So that means A has to be equal to 1, because 0 plus 1 is 1. But if A is 1, S is already 1. So A cannot be 1. So if O is 0, T is 3, we get A is 1, which is not possible. So this is not possible of O0, T3. Let us assume O as 3 and T as 0 now. So if I assume O as 3 and T as 0, what do we get then? O is 3, so this is 3 here, and T is 0. So 3 plus 0 and you have a carry 1. 1 plus 3 becomes 4. Further then, this O is 3. O is 3 here. And A has to be then 8. So A has to be 8, because 8 plus 3 is 11. That is how S you get. So A comes out to be 8. So S is 1 here, 11. Then 1 goes over here. So now this is 4 already. So 1 plus 4 is 5. And then I need A here. So I need 8. So I need 8. So if I need 8, in this case, you get C as well. because 1 plus C plus 4 should be equal to 8, or not 8, 18 ultimately. So 1 plus 4 is 5, and if you look at it, 5 and then you have to do 13. C cannot be 13, okay, because if you look at it, A is 8 and S is 1, so you need to get 18 here, alright. And if this is 4 here and 1 is added, 4 plus 1 is 5, and then C has to be 13, which is not possible, okay. So this is also not possible. So that means O plus T equal to 3. Both the cases have been ruled out. So O plus T cannot be 3, O plus T cannot be 4. We already know that. Now we will look at the case when O plus T can be 13 or 14. Okay. So now let me write this over here again. Cool plus math is equal to SASMO. Okay. So now we will take the case when O plus T is equal to 13. So if O plus T is 13, that means one carry forward is happening. 1 plus 13 is 14, 4. One carry forward over here is happening again. Okay, this is what we know. Now, what are the possibilities of O plus T to be 13? We already know that S is equal to 1 and M is equal to 4. Okay, so O plus T is 13, 13 plus 1, 14. So this is 4 here. One carry forward and it comes out to be 1. So let me write out the scenarios. So assume that O is 9 and T is 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. So if O is 9, this O comes out to be 9 here. Okay. First of all, this is ruled out straight away, because 9, if it is here and it is carrying 1, that means L plus H should be 19. Two different single digit numbers cannot add up to 19. This is not possible. Okay, so O9 and T4 is ruled out already. Then if the other possibility is O is 8 and T is 5. Let us now take that scenario. Let's assume to be O to be 8. So O is 8 here, O is 8 and T is 5 and T is 5. So 5 plus 8 is 13. This is also ruled out. Why? Because if it is O is 8, then L plus H should be 18. L plus H is 18 is only possible when two digits add up to 18. They should be 9 plus 9. But if I do 9 plus 9, then L and H becomes equal, which is not true, because L and H have to be different digits. Okay, so that means over here O cannot be 8 and T cannot be 5. That is also ruled out. Okay, because this is 18, 8, and because one carry is happening here. All right, so this is ruled out. Then the next scenario is O is 7 and T is 6. So O is 7 and T is 6. Let us check for that. So O is 7 and T is 6. O is 7 and T is 6. 7 plus 6, 13 plus 1, 14. It is true here. So this is 17. So there is a possibility, the only possibility is 8, 9. So if this is 17, one of them is 8, other is 9. So let me write like this. So either L is 8, H is 9, or L is 9, H is 8. So over here, either L is 8 or 9, H is 9 or 8 correspondingly, because 8 plus 9 is 17, so 7 is here and carry forward is 1. Similarly, 9 plus 8 is 17, 7 is here, carry forward 1. So this is the scenario that we are going on with. So this is 7 and 6 here. 7, 6, 13, 1, 14, 4 here, 1 here. Then O I know is 7. 1 plus 7 is 8. Now over here, I need 1 here. That means A has to come out to be 3. 3 plus 7 is 10 plus 1, 11. So 1 here and then 1 here. Now what I have gotten to is, this is 8 or 9 different, this is 6 or 7, this is 7 and 3, and now this is 4 already, M is 4 we know, and A is what? 3. A is 3 because A3 came out from here. So now 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus, how much do you add to get 3 or 13? How much do you do? So 5 plus 8. So C has to be 8. So now if C is 8, we know either L or H is 8. So if C is 8, L or H cannot be 8. Okay, or C cannot be 8 because L or H is already 8. So this situation is also not possible. Then we'll check for the other situation where O is 6 and T is 7. Okay, so O is 6 and T is 7. What I'll do is I'll rub off these numbers that I've already put in. So let me rub them off one by one, because this is a new scenario now. Okay, all right. So now O is 6 and T is 7. So O is 6, T is 7. So you get a carry here. So O is 6 here. O is 6 here. Okay. So now you get a 16. So 8 plus 8 is not possible. 16. Because 8 plus 8 is, both of them will be same. So it has to be 9 plus 7. Okay, so this is ruled out again. Why? Straight away, because either L is 9 or 7 or H is then 7 and 9. But T is already 7 here. But if T is 7, then L and H cannot be 7. But one of them has to be 7. For this, sum has to be 16. So 6 and 7 is also ruled out Now, if this is ruled out, we are now left with the next scenario in which O is 5 and T is 8. O is 5 and T is 8. So now this one carry is happening. O is 5, T is 8. So 5 plus 8 is 13 plus 1 14. So O is 5 here. So now this is 15. So there are a couple of possibilities here. We'll move on that later on. So 5 plus 8, 13 plus 1, 14. 4 here, 1 comes here. So O is what? 5. So 5 plus 1, 6. And this is 5. This is 11. So 5 plus 1, 6. This is 11. So A has to be 5 as well. So this is ruled out because A is 5, O is 5. So this is also ruled out. And finally, O is 4 and T is 9. We'll check for that. So O is 4, T is 9. So if O is 4 and T is 9, let us check for that. This O is 4 here. This is ruled out straight away because O cannot be 4, M is already 4. This is ruled out straight away. So O plus T equal to 13, we have checked all the scenarios are ruled out. So O plus T equal to 13 is ruled out for all the scenarios. So we have ruled out O plus T equal to 13 as well. Okay. So now the only scenario remains is O plus T equal to 14. So we'll get a solution only in that case. So let me write it again and we'll check for O plus T equal to 14 scenario. So if O plus T is 14, now this is what we know. That means there is no carry happening here because O plus T is 14 and M is 4, we know. Okay, we also know S is 1. So S is 1 and M is 4. So if O plus T is 14, they cannot be 7 and 7. We'll start off, let's say, with 9 and 5. So O is 9 and T is 5. Let us assume that. So O is 9, T is 5. So here O is 9. So 9 plus 5 is 14. 4 here, 1 comes here. So this is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. 9 plus 1 is 10. So this is 1. SASMO, this S is 1 already. So 10 plus 1 has to be 11. So A has to be 1. So already S is 1, A cannot be 1. So this situation is ruled out. Then O is 8, T is 6. Now we'll check for that. O is 8 and T is 6. So O is 8 and T is 6. M we know is 4. Okay, so O is 8 and T is 6. 8 plus 6 is 14. So 4 here, 1 here. This is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. And then A has to be 2. Okay. 8 plus 1, 9. 9 and 2, 11. So I'll get this situation is ruled out, the first one. The second one, what I get is A over here I get as 2. A I get as 2. This situation, the first one is ruled out. Let me put a cross here. A is 2. So A is 2 here. So 8 plus 2, 10, 1, 11. So 1 here, 1 goes above. So this is 4 and A is 2. So 4 plus 1, 5. 5 and then I need 2. So that means C has to be 7. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. So this comes out to be 1 here. Okay. Now we'll look at L and H. So they should add to 8. So they can be 5 or 3 depending on, because 4, 4 is not possible. Then 1, 7 is not possible because 7 is already taken. 2, 6 is not possible. 2 and 6 are already taken. So this is a possibility where L is 5, H is 3, or L is 3 and H is 5. So this is a possibility that we get. Okay. So this is a complete possibility wherein what I get is O is 6. So let me write it down. O is 8, sorry. O is 8. T is 6. S we already know is 1. M is 4. A is 2. And L and H. L and H are either 5 and 3. Either L is 5, H is 3, or H is 5, L is 3. Okay. And C is 7. C is 7. Okay. So school, COOL, math, MATH is equal to SASMO, SASMO. Yeah. So everything is covered. So this is the final solution that we get. So now we need to find the value of S SASMO if we add the digits. S plus A plus S plus M plus O. So S is 1. A we have figured out to be 2. So A is 2. S is 1. M is 4. And O is 8. O is 8. So if you add them, you will get 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 8. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. So you get 16 as the answer. Quite a lengthy question, but a very good one. Okay, so 16 is the right answer here.